top tier cosplay damn ever been made. I don't get why we are doing this. Enough to lose your mind. Absolute damn engineering. It's brutal. First time we've done a project like this. Ooh, it's up. The hell are you? Where the hell you think you're going?
I will doom back.
You mean zoom back?
No, doom.
Hell yeah! Danny Cruster here, and welcome to the DIY Lab. You know what that means? A brand new Doom just dropped. And what's in the new Doom? Right, the Chainsaw Shield, straight from the OG game. So we're leveling up our Game Stuff series, and we're building it, baby. Time to saw some demons, but first, let's craft. Let's brush the dust off this 1993 masterpiece. Humanity just had to poke its nose into things it shouldn't. Screwed up on Mars and opened a freaking portal to hell. And instead of angels, out came demons, flying skulls, and a whole lot of nightmare fuel. And you, just some no-name marine with a chainsaw, gotta clean up the mess. Here you go, buddy. Simple mission. Run, shoot, rip, and tear through everything that moves, till hell slams shut the same damn way it burst open. Deep in the lore of Doom, an endless war rages. Demons versus mysterious warriors, dark cults, and tech powered by the energy of hell itself. Here, forget regular fuel. It's pure demonic juice. Doom became a cultural icon of aggressive, fast-paced meat grinder action set to heavy guitar riffs. It's given the world dozens of memes, from running the game on some ancient hardware to jokes about the unstoppable power of the double-barrel shotgun. And most of all, it inspired up tons of rock and metal bands. And of course, the devs didn't hold back in the new Doom. You get a grim medieval setting and a fresh arsenal, including today's Chainsaw Shield. Info on it? Next to nothing. So yeah, time to struggle again. Memory refresh. The demon hordes aren't waiting. Let's go. Now we gotta figure out how we're actually gonna handle this thing.
It's a chainsaw from the start, right? So yeah, it needs a chain.
Can we just wrap a chainsaw chain on it?
What kind should we even use?
Wait, its teeth are tiny. Maybe a bike chain?
Yeah, a bike chain. Break it with hammer.
Pins can be drived out even with a hammer. Slap gear wheel on here.
Is this enough chain?
I don't know, seems kind of short.
In most mechanisms, it usually wraps all the way, at least 90 degrees.
Also, it'll be moving, not still.
Along a guide, I guess.
Along some kind of guide. In the trailer, the funniest part is the teeth. Bam, they disappeared.
This is Dark Mechanics territory. I have no clue how to pull it off.
Here's one of our teeth. It's glued to the chain. Here's a link from the bike chain.
It won't fold if we attach 2 points to the chain.
Right, so we leave just one.
One
Here,
movable,
let's
yeah.
say there's nothing else. Only on this one.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
And the tooth needs to go there.
Yeah.
So in the end, it ends up somewhere around here.
Right. And this axis, we've got some kind of rail, and at some point there should be a little drop off. Yeah, but we need to cover this so it doesn't get jammed when it moves.
So what do we chain? Definitely. Bike sprocket, definitely. Rails? Some kind of rails? Maybe a groove. Don't know. Put all this together into one thing.
And it'll work. And will it?
Well,
Go! Drafting time! Hell yeah! I love this crap. Damn Autodesk. Oh hell yeah, watch us go. After our referendum. To make sure we don't screw this up, we'll start small. Make a couple simple mocks and test our ideas in real life. Check how the chain spins, then figure out the tooth folding mechanism. A couple interesting things we had to test before actually starting the real build. This is our prototype. Of prototype, of prototype, of proto-swipe, of proto-S.
Prototyp, prototypa, prototopa, protozopa.
We were checking here if this tiny gap on the sprocket is enough to actually grab the chain and push it properly. Because, you know, you understand how real pulleys and sprockets are set up. They've got plenty of wrap to get a strong grip and a lot of torque. Here, it's literally holding everything on just 5 teeth. But even so, let's see how it works. Pretty solid. One more interesting thing about the teeth. Our engineering geniuses came up with a setup that lets these hellish shark teeth close up. We've got a chain with the teeth attached and they move along the circle on this arc. As soon as we want to shut down the saw and hide the teeth, we pull a special mechanism and the tooth goes slides into its slot. Wham! It closes. We're awesome. Everyone's happy. Everything's safe. Next comes the brutal part. Because everything we've dreamed up now has to be put together into one big demon saw monstrosity. Our anti-evil squad flexed their brains, rattled their neurons, and then started designing the first version of S.H.I.E.L.D. People often comment asking, "Hey, you guys don't do any hands-on work or filming stuff, right? Is it just videos all the time?" Al, how long did it take to design this guy?
Well, at least 2 weeks.
2 full
Yep.
weeks just on design. Nuts, right?
Don't forget, this is all on the computer, and all our boards were scribbled over with this
During the process.
concept process. Yeah.
This is the final iteration.
The final iteration we ended up with.
It's brutal. First time we've done a project like this. So complex. Show us if these projects even make sense. They don't get watched that well compared to how much damn effort they take, so share this and we'll push it to the limit. Ooh, shit. While the hellish soul-crushing machine is cutting out parts, here's a fact for you. The published memorandum, Doom, about the new Doom guy gear, states that the creators were inspired by the leader of the Spartans himself, King Leonidas, specifically his portrayal in the movie 300. And meanwhile, we've got progress. Let's take a look. Absolute damn engineering. Mr. Alexander designed a brilliant piece for us. I don't get why everything in this setup is so complicated. Well, I kinda get it. I don't get why we are doing this. Alright, in for a penny, in for a pound. Now get moving where you're supposed to. Besides the row of moving teeth traveling along the edge so they fold away, we've got this system working here, like this thing right here. The big gear here pushes this cam hook thing. I have no freaking clue what the proper name is, and it's still made out of plywood. Plywood mechanics. I'll demonstrate it on this tooth here, basically in this position, and everything's running on rubber bands. The teeth have room to slide along this groove, and when we switch to tooth retract mode, it does this. Click. But that's just in theory, not exact yet, but we'll try to do it this way. And back again. Damn. At this stage, the mechanism is more or less twisting itself, so we keep assembling. In the Doom universe, demons run wild thanks to Argent energy they suck from hell. But we don't need a portal to the underworld in the workshop. There are plenty of little devils on the roads anyway. Or wait until we finish the shield at least, then maybe. For now, we'll mess around with good old electricity ourselves. Folding the teeth will be done by the most basic motor with a gearbox we had in stock. Attach it to the shield and keep going. Teeth, by the way, we decided to 3D print the teeth out of plastic. Imagine how heavy this monstrosity would be, with 24 metal teeth, a chain, and a whole pile of wood. Hopefully, we can keep it under 10 kilos. So here's the deal. Pins move along this groove. I'll grab a drill, it's a bit smaller in diameter, but you'll get the idea. Basically, the chain dammit works so that it pulls everything that direction. Meaning, when we tighten it, every link tries to drag itself this way. In the end, when the pin goes through, at some point it's like, bullshit, stuck, it stucks there. And in the end, we have to redo all these parts right now. Shrink the gap between these pieces and also tweak the profile here. Ah! A hoverboard isn't just 2 motor wheels, 2 batteries. There's also up to 200 grams, by the way, of brains we need and don't have. Designing and building things from scratch is awesome. Well, nice haul for online course ad or some kind, but that's damn slow and expensive. So we're going to use ready-made donors and semi-finished solutions. Namely, we're trying to marry this hoverboard with everyone's favorite, Arduino. The hoverboard accepted its fate like a true stoic samurai, handed over its parts and left this world. We shove the driver into the shield, check the rotational tooth action, and take the devil by the horn so this thing helps us kick all this crap into motion. Check out just how complicated this device turned out. Because the teeth have to fold away and then come back again, and all of this runs on a chain drive, it has to figure out on its own the exact spot where it should initially be installed. This is done using sensor calibration. Let's turn it on. Alright, now we move the teeth into the correct positions so it registers properly on the sensor. Ooh, it's up. On me. Let's fire up the power section. Bloop! It's talking to me. Shit. Okay. Ah! Needs recalibration. The insides are ready, but what about the outside? Are we doing cosplay or what? If you haven't forgotten, Doom Guy's shield is round, the same kind Spartans, Vikings, and even ancient Egyptians used. They weren't shy at all. Some even hammered leather right onto the outer side of their shields. Pretty flashy, even for that time. Enemy weapons would just slide off on impact, and the Egyptian had a chance to deliver a counter-strike. Meanwhile, the milling machine was already cutting out a big plate for us. We're gonna try something like vacuum forming. Drop a sheet of plastic on top and unleash all the firepower until the vacuum table sucks the air out from underneath. And guess what? We botched it! Four-wheeled scooter, a brand new invention. And here's another invention that didn't work out. We tried to get away with minimal effort, but ended up spending 2 whole days just to get the shape right. And in the end, it's all warped and lame. I don't like it. But nothing stops us from going the way, using old good fiberglass. Let's go. We didn't have green ED20, so we had to use that Cacodemon's vomit and spread it over 5 layers of fiberglass. This should definitely work. We tried to copy all sorts of decorative stuff straight from the trailer frames, because like I said, the studio didn't provide us with any measurements or blueprints. And this could have been a legendary collab. Only selling Skyrim for the 5th time is more legendary. Right, Todd. Good thing making parts like this isn't a problem for us. Unlike some Greeks, for example. You've got a rock, a hammer, and a piece of hide. What can you make out of that? Well, damn, you actually make something. And how? Blacksmith's skills back then were worth their weight in gold. A true art. Shields were made from wood, covered with leather, and had all sorts of metals and decorations added. Ancient shields look more like paintings than protection. Even in our workshop today, it'd be a pain to replicate that. Back then, people really loved making things look beautiful, even where it wasn't needed. It was like they weren't fighting battles, they were just showing off. At this stage, the damn shield had pissed off the whole team. We wanted to wash our hands of it and forget it like a bad dream. So we quickly sanded the hardened vomit, filled it with crushed imp bones, and sprayed it from a can. In our rush, we even covered the acrylic paint with alkyd varnish. Normally you shouldn't do that, but the resulting crackle effect actually worked in our favor. We definitely had to add a distinctive mark, the Executioner's Seal of Rock. In the game, this symbol was carved by demons on Dunga's tomb, basically saying, "Don't touch, damn it, it'll kill you." That's exactly what it translates to, and it fits perfectly into the concept of our shield. It'll remind think twice before take on such messed up projects again.
Here it is, the damn freshly baked pizza against all sorts of demonic scum.
Intense. And how did it all start? A knuckle duster made of textolite, one part crookedly drilled, one tool, one bit. Well, okay, I sawed it a bit more. Here though, there are 400 parts, a month of production. Phew, who knows how many hands were involved, a week of design, tons of screw-ups before this whole thing actually worked. I kept wondering how folks pull off those big projects. Paint takes so much time. 3D printing, painting, milling, programming. Enough to lose your mind. Alright, let's see how this thing works. I wanna jump in. Damn demons! You're gonna pay for this, damn it. Okay, fire up. The power section. It's whining. Look! Teeth open! Works like a damn clock. Alright. Controlled with a handle from an electric scooter. Top tier cosplay, damn, ever been made.
Ho 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 ho!
Tons of parts that fold themselves, just like in the game. Run up on me, you plastic demons from the Barbie verse. I'm gonna chop you up with plastic spikes. Ha 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 ha! Right. Max speed. I'll ease into it slowly. Because despite the long design time, this is still cosplay. Made from plywood so we can actually carry the damn thing by hand. Ha ha ha! Awesome! This thing is wild. Can we shoot a paintball gun through it? What's it even gonna hold up to? What will it actually protect against? I really want to saw something with it, but I feel those teeth will just fly apart. This is insane top tier teeth. Close up.
Ha ha ha!
Beauty. Technology. Engineering. Robotization. Mechanization of the process. This was one of the longest and honestly toughest tech projects we've ever done. Even though it looks like a toy, it was made for the first time. I mean, people who produce complex cosplays, not even cosplays, I'm talking about toy companies. They have entire departments working to mass produce this stuff. Here though, it's made as a one-off, fully replicating the shape and functionality straight from the game. Insane. But we've got one idea. I hope you'll help us out. We want to make a real adult Doom shield, fully functional in the sense that it could smash stuff just like in the game. If you hit this video with 7,000 likes, that's all it takes. We'll make part 2. we'll get to work and make an epic demonic doom shield that can saw through anything. Thanks for watching. This was Denny Cruster, DIY Lab. See you real soon. It's all up to you.